Hey everybody, hope you're doing pretty well today. And today I'm going to be going over a game on the Wax ecosystem that isn't brand new and a lot of people have probably already covered, but I am playing it a little bit, so I thought I'd show it to you. Now, like a lot of the Wax games, it's basically an idle clicker, but not that same as some ever, but it has a roadmap that might make it more in the future. And right now, I feel like there's some people that very underestimate the value. So there's some very cheap NFTs to get into this game. But I understand if a lot of people don't want to invest right now. I know a lot of the games that I thought had good futures on Wax just did not work out. Alien Worlds is down. Fight Club never really got a bullish thing, even though that game is kind of fun to play. And there's just a lot of hope that maybe this ecosystem gets another look at in the next bull run. So, what are we going to be looking at today? Waxel World from the Waxel Ninja project. Now, I covered this a long time ago, and I did buy 10 of the ninjas when they came out. I ended up opening 4, selling 5 at near the peak, which helped me out in the Wax ecosystem a lot. And I have 1 pack left that I could open. The game has now finally started to come out with its first little thing, and it's kind of a town builder, but it's not super interactive. It's not like an open map where you build your town. It's more where you're going to be building up resources and workers, and then eventually they say that they're going to implement some kind of other areas into the game that will allow you hopefully to have your ninjas move around and stuff. They're not focusing on that right now, really, I think, because the team isn't really ready to build that kind of a game and instead just trying to give their NFTs some functionality to make them a little more valuable. So how does this little ecosystem work? First, we'll start off here. You have to have some ninjas to go ahead and play the game. You go into your town hall. You can see that you can either have a human, orc, undead, elf, or demon ninja. Demon being the rarest, human being the most common. I actually kept one of each race so far, but I did not open a demon because I didn't really know the differences in the races in the beginning. And basically, right now, the main difference between these is each one of them have a different amount of a chance to find a new citizen for your town, with the demon being the best chance and the human being the worst. And they have different timers for how quickly that they can do this. When you first come here, you'll have to register your ninja to the game. You'll send it on a mission. You'll get to come back and do a quick little signing transaction. This can be done with a cloud wallet or the Anchor wallet that I am using, and you'll find out if you found a citizen. I found one citizen there, my elf. Now I can hit search. I won't do this for all 4 of them. I'm just kind of showing you that it is kind of similar to other idle clicker games, where now I'm going to send out my elf to go ahead and look for another person. You can see he has a 16-hour timer. I actually feel like these timers are kind of high. I understand why they're doing this, but I really think they should reevaluate this because it's making the game to where I'm only coming to the site once a day. I don't feel like that's a good thing for the site or for the game. It ruins any chance for them to maybe build on some ad revenue here on these side panels that are empty. But, nonetheless, this is what they've decided to do. So I'm going to go ahead and check one more just so I can show you the kind of the differences in the timers. We'll go to my Undead Ninja. He is my second best one. He found a citizen too. I'll hit search on him, and then we'll go ahead and see his timer. Instead of the 16 hours, he is, I believe, 20 hours. And then the orc is like 22 and the human is 24. I believe the demon is like 12, so maybe you could do him 2 in a day, but I don't have one, so I'm not positive on that. So what do you do with these citizens that you find? Well, you head over here to the shop and you buy a book to turn them into a certain profession within the town. You can become a miner, a lumberjack, a farmer, a blacksmith, a carpenter, a tailor, and an engineer. Just like any town, though, you're going to need a good amount of these to be able to go ahead and build up the different kind of stuff that you would see a town be able to do. So let's go ahead and go over to the school. So this is where you can actually have your workers work and go ahead and train them. As you can see so far, I have 1 miner, I have 1 lumberjack, I have 1 farmer, and I just recently made a blacksmith. I don't have yet a carpenter, so we'll go ahead and hit the blend button, and you'll see here if you hit the blend you need 10 citizens and 1 book to make a carpenter. I don't know how they really wrap their head around that, because apparently when you try to train to become a carpenter you have a 90% chance of dying, but that's what ends up happening in this ecosystem. So you can see it's going to take a while. It would literally take me with 4 ninjas around 2.5 days to 3 days, probably, because I'm only going to come here once a day to get 10 citizens. That's if I get lucky and I get a citizen every time I search. So it could be 4 days to make my carpenter before, and that's why I have only got these ones here. There is a relatively big time sink into this game, and it's been a while since it came out. All of these, in my opinion, are not the best things to be doing, and I'll show you why when I go to the ecosystem. Now, I haven't been in a lot of contact with the team. They don't really know me. That's why I'm being a little critical of this, but also going to show you their roadmap and understand that this could turn into a bigger ecosystem. I do think that click idle games here, where you get to just come in, check them out for a little bit, can be successful, but there has to be a bit of fun to the game. Also, you still have these errors. So my miner probably found something, but now I don't know what it is. He's stuck on this check page. I don't know what that is. So I can go over here and I can do the lumberjack, and we'll see if his transaction goes through. That's not really necessarily on the team. Okay, so I found some birch. If I go back here, I can set him to work. The workers always work for 24 hours. The one difference to them that can make them better workers is you can register like items to them. So a miner can hold a pickaxe of different qualities, and then he can find better items. I don't know if they dig them faster. I haven't got to that point yet. So you can see I can set this person back to work. And there is a difference. So your miner, your farmer, and your lumberjack are your level 1 people that find the basic items. Then you have the blacksmith, the carpenter, and the tailor, which will take those items. It might just be these two. They take those items and they turn them into things. So you'll see here when I check my blacksmith, he's going to have took some of my iron ore and turned it into an iron bar. So you see now I have 3 copper ore was turned into a copper bar. I can refine again, but I have to have 3 of these materials. I'm assuming the carpenter will be similar, where he has to have 3 of the different trees to actually make wood planks. The farmer, he actually finds, I thought this was kind of interesting because the first thing I found on him was like a worm. I thought that was kind of strange. Okay, now I found some cotton, so that's not too bad. When you go into the workshop, you see here you can create different items to help your workers work. So they have chisels, they have mining axes, they have carts. These look like mine carts, and other things like that. They do have the warehouse here where it shows what you currently have. So I have 1 copper bar that I just made. I've got a couple ores that were found. I do have 3 birches, 1 of these pieces of wood. I don't have any of these bigger stacks of bars. I have that 1 worm I found, and I have some cotton. I'm guessing there's going to be some combination of cotton, silkworms. You're going to need 3 of these to get the 3 of these. So that's basically the way that this goes. You get 3 of these, make some wood planks, get 3 of these, make some cotton rolls. Then you'll have the cotton, and then you'll be able to go to the workshop. There is a market that you can click on that'll take you to their marketplace. And then there is also the camp. The camp is kind of a little area where you can go ahead and do some things. Basically, you have the ability of, instead of playing the game, to actually play the game. You can just have your ninjas find citizens, and you can mint them out as a pack of 10. So you can go ahead and try to sell packs of 10 citizens to other people that are willing to buy them who are trying to play the game. At this point, this is the main focus of this game. It's building up materials to then build up items to help you be able to build up materials faster, and eventually you would have a town that is producing items very, very quick. Now, when we take a look over here at their roadmap, you can see that basically they had the Waxels Go, they launched the Ninja Collection, they talked about the Waxel World game that would be coming out, they did get the housing system, as they're calling it, going. The expansion to the housing system is the next part of the game, where you're actually going to have a house for your ninja. There's going to be some different design aspects within the house that you can go ahead and do. They're counting on the fact that people will like the idea of being able to really personalize their house and kind of get a lot of different NFTs within this ecosystem. I don't know for sure if this is something that people will like or not, but that's kind of what we're seeing. They are going to extend the world into having a leaderboard system. I'm not positive if leaderboards means prizes, but that could be cool. Eventually they'll have a referral system. They don't have one today, so if you want to check this out, I don't have a link, but I'll give you a link to the game in general, but it won't be a special link. There's going to be a food and energy system. This could possibly mean that maybe they're planning to speed up the game with consumables. If that's their plan, I understand that. But right now the game is very slow. This could be a solution to that. They're going to have a Waxel Hero. This is something kind of interesting. It sounds like it's going to be another mint. There's going to be missions and dungeons. This could make the clicker game a little bit more exciting. You'd be able to team up your ninjas maybe with a hero and send them on a mission into a dungeon to go ahead and kill things and find loot. Unfortunately, I don't know how popular it'll be if all you're doing is clicking things and they go off and then you come back and sign a transaction to see if it worked. I don't know if the play to earn world or the play and earn world that we're hoping for is really going to work on those type of games. They are going to have missions and companion pets. There's going to be more continents coming into the game. They're going to have lore. Eventually there's going to be a town ecosystem, so that could be interesting. Maybe be able to go into town and trade. They're going to have their own Waxel token. I don't know how the token economy is going to work. I do like the idea of a lending and staking system. Maybe I don't want to play the game anymore, but I want to hold on to my ninjas to see if the game kind of grows and this world really develops, so I could just lend them out. That would be something I'd be willing to look into. So that kind of gives you a breakdown of where they're going with the world at this point. We do know that eventually here the next main thing is going to be the housing system, and that's the main thing that they're pushing to make. When we look at the marketplace, just to give you a quick kind of look, you can see here that you have some people who are selling off the items they can make in the game relatively cheap. This person's selling, like 3 axes, 4 axes, 5 axes, 6 axes, along with 3 lumberjacks. Lumberjacks don't only take 5 citizens to make, but still that's like 20 citizens and a decent amount of time for like $3. You can see a bundle here, somebody selling off their farmers and some of the farming tools for only $1.60. You can see another person here selling off their miners, including some of their miner tools. So this actually might be one person who's deciding to quit the game because they don't like it. So these actually could be a good deal because these seem relatively cheap. You will see down here that other people are selling single items for 70 cents, 50 cents, and $1, while he's selling bundles of them for just a few dollars. If we actually look at the Waxel Ninjas, their value is okay in the amount of wax, but way down from when you first got into it. So we'll go ahead and click on the ninjas. We'll actually sort by price lowest. The lowest price ninjas are going to be humans. So you can see here, this is a Waxel Ninja for only 74 wax, $9. He is a very standard, boring image, and he is probably a human. If we click on details, and we go down to here, there we go. He is a human ninja. We'll go back to that other screen. You can see right here, here's another idle one. This one looks... Is this one a human? Let's see. Yes, that is a human. I wasn't sure because of the mask. You have one right here. This one's actually not bad because he at least has a tiny bit of movement. You can see those ones all around the 75 wax. But when you get up here a little bit further, here's what we'll do. We'll change the race. If you want an orc, the minimum you're going to pay there is about 100 wax to 105 112. If you want an undead, you're going to pay like 120. If you want an elf, this is probably my rarest one. They're in like the 250 wax area, so that one's actually not too bad. And a demon, which I have not been lucky enough to open, is at 1,000 wax. So these ones are very rare. You can see that packs, let's see. Packs for Waxel Ninjas are for about 260 on the low end. So you can see you could open this up and end up with a ninja only around 75 wax value, or you could open it up and find one that are worth around 1,000. I actually think the pack sales, because there's so little left, are actually kind of expensive, because there's a good chance that you're going to end up opening something like a human or an orc, and it's not going to be worth close to how much you paid for it. Of course, if you're buying these to play the game and you get the fun of opening them, then eventually you will theoretically make the wax back if you're able to sell any of the items. I don't know for sure if the marketplace is going to be really robust for them. I know I myself am not buying any of these other items. I'm just playing the game, and I'm debating whether or not I want to sell my last one of these packs for around 250 wax to 300 wax, depending on, if these last few in the 200s get sold, or if I want to go ahead and open it on stream. Let me know. What do you guys think? Should I open my last pack, or should I just sell it? Obviously, I don't have a lot of wax left. The wax ecosystem, and he kind of stuck me with some interesting bags, and I don't have them. They do have an avatar system, but there aren't any for sale. So that one's kind of interesting. I haven't really seen the value on the avatars. I'll have to look into those to understand it. But as you can see, all of these things are sitting here for sale in the game, and they're all, relatively cheap, but I know they do have some volume going through. I'll try to do a little bit more on this if it's something you guys are interested in knowing more on. I just wanted to do a feeler video for the Waxel Ninja project, the Waxel Ninja game, and see if it's something that a lot of you are into. Make sure you check out my recap about the Genesis League Soccer announcement from Splinterlands. I know the Town Hall recap came out a little late, but it does have a link to a 2000 DEC giveaway. And if you hung out till the end, thank you very much, and goodbye.